and just a powerhouse. So
Yeah.
So 2 years at the Storm, under 20s.
Yeah, so I did. Yeah, so I went down for 20s, but I played SG ball my first year because I was eligible for that.
Yep.
And then the second year, I spent as a 19-year-old with the Storm again.
And do you integrate into? I mean, I imagine you probably do some opposed sessions for the NRL squad. Do you integrate with them a little bit?
Yeah, so captain's run. During the preseason when they were short on numbers, and they had players out for representative games, would go up and do a day with them or train with them.
Yep.
But then during the season, the captain's run, when they did want to do like an opposed against a team, that was always us. So
yeah, right.
It wasn't every week, but it was, probably fair bit would go up and do an opposed session against them. And at that stage, the Storm are still dominant.
Yep.
But even back then, like you're going like, holy shit, I'm this 18-year-old training against arguably the best team. That's
yeah. And I would imagine, so back then, names, you got what, Cameron Smith?
Well, you have the big three, Jesse Bromwich. I remember being terrified of Marika Korobetti.
I can imagine.
They had some pretty talented players.
Yeah, no doubt. And like you say, you'd be pinch yourself moment.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to bash them or shake their hand.
Exactly right.
So then you finished at the Storm. I guess their problem is they recruit so well.
Yep.
And we've seen that in recent years, I guess, with the number 9 position. They were stacked so much.
Yeah, they've had the 3 best 9s in the last
exactly.
10
so
years.
they've had to go elsewhere. So then you've moved from there straight to Sydney?
Yeah, straight to Sydney, yeah.
Okay.
So when I was at Melbourne, I got offered a contract to go to the Roosters. Mm-hmm. At that stage, my older brother, Mitchell, had just signed an NRL contract there, and I had a younger brother who had just signed a 20s contract also with Melbourne.
Right.
I mean, also with Roosters.
So you're all three of you at the Roosters.
Yeah, and then I thought, this is an opportunity that'll never come about again. So all 3 of us living under the same roof, playing for the same club.
Pretty special.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. And I'm so happy that I made that decision.
Oh, yeah. Look, and I guess you're going from arguably one of the best teams to definitely the heritage of the Sydney Roosters is pretty amazing, and the quality of their administration and infrastructure and that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, it was weird. Like, so I grew up, my first ever love was actually the Sydney Roosters.
Yeah, okay.
And then it then followed on to the Broncos.
Yep.
And then just being a Brisbane boy. Mm-hmm. And then strangely enough, you sort of get that view of the Roosters that they're like, a posh club. Yeah. They're pretty stuck up. And then when I went to the Roosters, they were the complete opposite. Like, I don't think I've met nicer people than people there. And the ones that you probably look on the field and go, he's a grub.
Yep.
They end up being the best blokes. And I couldn't say a bad word about my time or the people at the Roosters. And to be with my 2 brothers, was something that
that's pretty special.
Yeah, and especially for mum's peace of mind as well.
Oh,
it made all of us boys are usually at different teams. So for her, it was easy. She could catch a flight to Sydney, then be with all of us boys.
Correct. So that would have been pretty good. And did you end up living with your brothers down there?
Yeah, so we all lived together. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's good. I guess that makes it easy. By then you sort of got your own transport, no doubt, and you're getting around. So which is good. So 3 years at the Roosters.
Yeah. So I spent. My first year was 2016, so that was my last year of 20s, and that was the year that we actually won the Holden Cup Grand Final.
Yeah, wow. So
that was when we had Joseph Manu, Nat Butcher, Victor Radley, now the Marshke twins, Lockie Lamb. We had all those boys that year, so we had a pretty stacked team.
Yep.
Satili Tupanua, Ruben Porter, who's playing at the Tigers now.
Yep.
Yeah, the amount of players that we had coming. Grant Garvey was another one. Yeah,
far out.
That was a stacked team. Yeah.
You've got. The old Holden Cup was good.
Yeah.
They, when Holden round, they were a big supporter of footy, which was good.